welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd try something a bit different today, so basically looking at two cars on Copart in our watch list. So first up is a 2016 Fiat 500 Pop, 50,000 miles, damage on the front end and side, not recorded. And I just thought I'd go through, looking through the images, how I value this car and how I decide how much I'm going to bid for the car, and ultimately if we were successful with our bidding. So just having a look through the images here, as you can see, nice little car, the offside undamaged, near side damage to the quarter panel, little bit of sort of awkward damage on that near side rear quarter panel, damage on the door and to the front edge of the quarter panel as well, so a reasonable sized repair. So just having a good look at the images. No airbag damage, interior looks nice and fresh, nothing untoward inside, back seats look fine, engine looks fine, it's all there, nothing obvious. Car's running in the picture here, and 50,000 miles, start stop warning, which is quite common, and obviously damage on the near side front wing and to the near side front suspension. So just slowly taking my time, going through all the images. Spare looks like it's never been on, parcel shelves present, aerials missing. Really just a normal run-of-the-mill straightforward repair. So just checking all the details. It's a coral pink, this one, which is quite a popular colour. So valuation wise, what we do usually is we put the registration number into AutoTrader and the current mileage, which in this case is 50,369. And then we let AutoTrader compile an advert, and AutoTrader will come back with the current retail value of that car had it never been damaged. So retail for that car would be I would call that 4795, so round it down to 4795. And then what I usually do is I apply what I call my own little rule, which is the 30% rule. So to sell that car with the category N marker, even though this car's not recorded, I'm treating it as a category N. So to sell that car, I would reduce that price by 30%, so I'd be aiming to sell that car for 3395. And to buy that car, I would take that 4795 AutoTrader valuation and I would apply 30% to that. So I would try and buy that car for a hammer price of 30% of the retail price. So 30% of the retail price in this situation would be a hammer price of 1450 plus fees. So we would then calculate the hammer price of 1450. So Copart kindly gives you a little calculator, put in your 1450, and that gives you an out the door price of 1910. So if you take the 3395 that we spoke about, which would be what I would retail that car for, and take the 1910 off it, then it's giving you a pre-tax profit of 1485, which would be what I would expect to make on that car before the costs of repair, MOT, service, valet. So that would be sort of worst case scenario. If I bought that car for 1450 hammer price, then I would be looking to make a 1485 profit. So that gives you like an idea of the maximum you would be prepared to bid for that car, 1450. If you get it for less than that, then obviously then you're going to make more money and build in even more wriggle room. But I use that little 30% calculation rule to at least have something to work to and some sort of figure to base it on, so that I'm not going in buying this car blind and hoping for the best. I've got some kind of figure. And then the next thing I would normally do is I would put in the registration number into MOT history check, and on this occasion the car's MOT is expired on the 19th of August 2025, but looking at the history, it passed in July 2024 with no advisories. And then just scrolling down, yeah, rear axle corroded, which is very common on these, exhaust minor leak, but there's not a list of advisories that would worry me. That I'm quite confident this car is a fairly decent car and has probably had a fairly decent life. So nothing there that's scaring me. So I'm quite confident. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bid $1,450 on this car, hammer price. Let's see how we get on. So here we are bidding on the car. So bear in mind, I'm going to $1,450. Car's at $475. Just biding my time. Looks like a cheap car at this stage. And here I'm had a outbid almost instantly. So car at $575, I'm in at $600, outbid instantly at $625. Biding my time again. I'm in at $650, outbid right away at $675. I'm in at $700, outbid again $725. Winning bidder at $750. Are we getting this car? Outbid again $775. In at $800. Outbid again at $825. And again at $850, outbid almost. So someone else wants this car as badly as I want it. And again at $900. Still a cheap car. Remember, we're going to $1,450, so still a cheap car. And by the way, it's worth noting that this is on approval, so it doesn't matter what you bid, you're not getting it until your bid is approved by whoever it is that's selling the car. And there I am. I'm in at £1,000. Am I going to win this car for £1,000? That's $1,450 below our maximum bid. Bonus time. Are we getting this car? Fingers crossed. It looks like a nice bright car. I really like that coral pink. Bonus time again. Are we getting this car? Fingers crossed. Sold on approval. So basically we've bid £1,000 and we're hoping to win this one. Next one up is a 2016 Fiat 500 Lounge. Similar mileage to the last one, 55,004 miles. Damage to the offside front, suspension, bumper, wing, probably the edge of the door. Quite an unusual dark black metallic colour. I don't think I've had one this colour before. Again, all sort of run of the mill. It's a facelift model, so the later style taillights, which everyone likes, the later style stereo, alloy wheels. Is that a bit of damage on the near side rear quarter? I think so, like a little sort of dent. So bear that in mind. Nice clean interior. No airbag damage. The later style stereo. Bluetooth USB. Back seats look fine. Engine looks fine. Relatively fresh looking battery. Vehicle's running in the picture. 55,000 miles. No warning lights. And back to that near side bumper. Near side daytime running light. Bit of damage on the bonnet possibly. Definitely damaged wing. Definitely damaged suspension. Maybe wheel damage. Tyre damage. Bear all this in mind. Edge of the front door probably damaged. Spare looks like it's never been used on the car. aerials present. Again, a reasonably presentable car. Engine starts and drives. So let's calculate how we value this. So put in the reg to Auto Trader, and then the mileage, 55,004 miles. Let Auto Trader do its thing, create the advert. So Auto Trader's saying 5591. Let's just round that down to 5495 for easy counting. So again, our sell price for that car would be 30% off that. Remember the 30% rule. So 30% off that, I would try to sell that car for 3895. And then the 30% rule, 30% of the retail price, so 5495, 30% of that would be a hammer price of 1650. So that's what I would bid on that car. Very maximum, I'd like to buy that car for 1650. So again, put in the 1650 hammer price. I calculate it with the fees, is telling us that for easy counting it would be 2150. So take your sell price of 3895, take away the 2150 out the door Copart price, gives you a pre-tax profit of 1745, less the cost of repairing the car, MOTing the car, servicing it, valet, all the sort of things that you would need to do to get that car back on the road. And then as a final check, I always check the MOT history. So in with the reg into the MOT history. Car's MOT'd to the 28th of May 2026. I always put a fresh MOT on my cars anyway, so that's almost irrelevant. But worth noting here, there's lots of advisories for the last MOT, which presumably haven't been done because they're advisories. So I've got brake pipes on the rear, an oil leak from the sump, which is fairly common on these, brake pipe on the front, a misting on the shock absorber, an exhaust leak, which again is fairly common on these. So bear that in mind. You know, they're minor advisories, but all these things need to be put right. I like all my cars to be as spot on as I can get them once they're MOT'd. I don't like lists of advisories. I don't like pulling the wool over anyone's eyes. So most of these I'm going to have to deal with to get the car perfect and ready for sale. So I'm bearing that in mind. But, you know, it's a nice, clean, fresh car. I'm willing to go the 1650 hammer price just to buy the car, and then I'll just deal with advisories once the car's back and we're repairing the car and dealing with it. So here we are, we're on with the bidding, we're going to 1650. Car's sitting at 950, 975. I've not bidden the car yet. £1,000, 1,050. Bear in mind we're going 1650. I'm in at 1100. Outbid right away at 1150. In at 1200. Outbid again at 1250. This car's a pure sale, so the hammer price is the winning bid. The car's for sale. I'm in at 1300. Am I getting this car at £1,300? Bear in mind we're going to 1650, so we're 350 below our maximum limit. Bonus time. Are we getting this car? Fingers crossed. Looks like a nice car in that picture, doesn't it? Nice alloy wheels, lounge roof, pan roof, really nice car. £1,300. Yep, we won the car. So there we are. The cars, two cars I won. Ignore the bottom one, that's from a different video. But the two cars I won successfully. The 2016 500 Lounge and the 2016 500 Pop. We'll get them paid. We'll arrange for collection and delivery back to the workshop, and you can join us on a future video where you'll see me appraise these cars, repair them, get them ready for sale, and ultimately get them sold. Thanks again for watching. Please like, tag, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much.